Steve Gertson was ready, so was Colin Shields. They'd been both involved in fights on Saturday night against the Panthers. The Steelers entered the ice to take on Stephen Murphy and his Belfast Giants. A good contingent from Belfast made the trip as well. First duty of the night was to congratulate Ashley Tate, who the evening before had scored 2 points to take him to 512 Elite League points, a new scoring record. He was presented with a nice little memento by Steelers owner Tony Smith. What an achievement by Ashley Tate. Off with the hockey then, and the Steelers got off to the best possible start. 2 minutes and 18 seconds were on the board when the Sheffield Steelers were on the board themselves. Rod Sarich with a lovely little wrist shot that beat Stephen Murphy. You could see Roddy was top man happy, and the Sheffield Steelers were 1-0 up. The Belfast Giants, though, were to hit back as we see that Rod Sarich goal again. Nothing Murphy could do about it. The Giants did hit back though, hit back well and hit back quickly. A lovely finish from Greg Stewart. Have a look at this for hand-eye coordination. The new signing from the Giants takes one out of the air and bats it past John DeCaro for 1-1. We'll take a second look at that one as well. Noah Clark, the former NHLer, picking up an assist on that goal, but a great finish from Stewart. Steelers on the power play. A little bit of a melee in front of the net. Rycroft was off for hooking. Brock Matson was off for cross-checking. So a 5-on-3 power play for the Sheffield Steelers. They had to make it count. They did make it count. And it was that old warhorse himself, Ashley Tate, who gets on the end of a melee after Pekka had fed Legue. Legue up to the top. The big shot comes in. And eventually it's Ashley Tate who bats it home. Colin Shields and Jeff Legue picking up assists. 8:24, Steelers led by 2-1. Ashley Tate with the goal. Another big points night for Ashley Tate. All got a little bit feisty. You can imagine Adam Keefe involved with Tyler Michelle. It was Michelle that would head to the penalty box on that occasion. Sheffield, though, in the second period, took control, playing some of their best hockey of the year so far. Lovely pass from Pekka. Legue forehand, backhand. He shoots, he scores. Ashley Tate also picks up an assist. The Steelers led 3-1, just 2 minutes and 14 seconds into the second period. Third game straight for Jeff Legue on the scoreboard. Good to see. Steelers on the power play again. Stewart off for holding. And the Steelers' power play is a different animal this year, isn't it? Here's Fatter with an absolute blast. That's going to kill people one day. And there is Steve Gertson. He shoots, he scores. And the Sheffield Steelers 4-1 ahead and coasting, let me tell you, against the Belfast Giants. Surely nothing could stop 2 points. Again, bullied from Fatter. Gertson on the follow-up. Nothing Murph can do about it. 4-1. But with just 5 minutes to go in the second period, an error from Sarich lets in Champagne, who lets in Stewart, who lets in Champagne, and the former Nottingham Panthers player shoots into an empty net. Roddy, frustrated, smashes the stick against the glass. But the Belfast Giants are back in it, and that was a momentum changer. Into the final period, just 27 seconds in, and Noah Clark bats one for 4-3. Champagne and Sandrock picking up the assists on that goal. The Belfast Giants then came at the Sheffield Steelers, came hard, and it was going to be Sam Roberts with just 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go that was going to tie this game at 4 apiece, something no one could have expected just half an hour earlier. 4-4. Who could win it? Well, at 4-4, either team could have won it. Sheffield went close on a couple of occasions, so did the Belfast Giants. This was as close as Sheffield got. A melee in front of the net. But that's how it was to finish at the end of regulation. Steelers 4, Giants 4, into a shootout. So Craig Peacock, one of the best in the business on the penalty shots, but he was up against John DeCaro, and DeCaro had been in fine form, and it was Caro with a regulation blocker save. He made it look regulation. That's one of Johnny's problems, isn't it? He makes the big saves, and they just look regulation. What can Murphy do about Colin Shields? GB forward against GB goalie. GB forward shoots and scores. Colin Shields. Steelers led 1-0. Have a look at this. Not a thing Murph can do about it. Looks disappointed, but I don't think any goal is stopping that shot. Fans are happy. Nice cardigan, sir. Scott Champagne already scored in the game. Can he score in the shootout? He's the Giants' most talented forward. Left-hand shot. Denied. John DiCaro just stood tall. Waited Champagne out. Johnny Be Good was very good on Sunday night against the Belfast Giants. Legue to win it for the Sheffield Steelers. Forehand backhand. He pulls. Whoa, a great move. And chips it over the leg of Stephen Murphy. He's happy. He's Jeff Legue. Shows it to the fans. Met by his teammates. The Steelers 5-4 victorious. He waits Murphy out. He waits. Forehand, backhand. Shoots, scores. At the drop. Jeff Legue. He does it again to the Belfast Giants. But Christiansen calls him the biggest clutch player in the Elite League. It sent the fans home happy. The Steelers beat the Giants 5-4. Ryan Finnerty, were you happy? Were you sad? What were your feelings, Ryan? 4-point weekend against Nottingham and Belfast. I'd expect the coach to be high as a kite, but he was snapping a little bit at the end of that one.
Yeah, but he gave up a 3-goal lead at home. It's unacceptable. But I don't want to dwell on it too much. Obviously, we got some stuff to work on here. We can't be giving up leads. We almost did it again in Nottingham last night, and but it gives us something to work on, and I'd rather be working on that when we're still pulling out the wins. But like I said, disappointed that we let him come back, let him get a point. I'm glad that we sealed it there at the 2 points.
I think everybody looked at these first 3 weeks, 6 very difficult games against conference, challenges, and you've come out 5-1. That has to be a positive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said, it got off to a bit of a rocky start there with Cardiff at home, but the guys have built and we're learning. We're not there yet, but we're gradually getting better. I'm seeing more and more, long spurts of what we can do. I thought the second period was some of the best hockey we've played all year, and we just got to get consistent with that. We got to get consistent with the way we play. Still coughing up, making individual errors that are ending up in the back of our net, and it seems like every time we make a mistake, it's in the back of our net. So. But on the whole weekend, 4-point weekend, I would have taken it before if somebody gave it to me. So I am happy, but I'm obviously not satisfied. We let Belfast back in the game and gave them a point.
4-1 up. Obviously, they came back with those 2 goals in the third. But was it the 4-2 goal that was the turning point?
Yeah, the 4-2 goal, we coughed it up, trying to make something out of nothing. We talk about simple plays all the time, and we cough up an easy one. They make it 4-2. 4-1's a big difference coming into the third than 4-2. They get an early one, and we're on our heels, and that's what happened. I mean, that's a game of hockey. I mean, realistically, that's a game of hockey, and I'm sure we'll do it to a team this year. But I'm glad we stuck with it and we stayed with it. Johnny came up big in the shootout there for us, and obviously Shieldsy and Legue getting 2 big goals secured the 2 points.
I was just going to say, this time last week, 3 games played, Legue hadn't got a goal, everybody was shaking their head. Scores in Coventry, scores in Nottingham, scores against Belfast, and then scores a penalty shot winner. What a player he is.
Yeah, we always knew it was just a matter of time, I think you saw it when he scored in Coventry. The whole bench kind of jumped up and cheered because we knew that's the kind of guy Legue is. He's a momentum player. Once he gets on that board and gets a sniff, he usually takes it from there. So, he's been our leading scorer for how many years now, and there's a reason he shows up in the big games. Ash Tate had another big game last night. So, there's a lot of areas I am pleased with, but we're not kidding ourselves here. We get a 4-1 lead at home, and we can't afford to do that. So, take the 4 points this weekend, but we got a lot of learning here.
Legue, you've sent 4,000 people home very happy on that penalty shot. It was a nice finish.
Yeah, I didn't want to stick out too much. I thought the ice was maybe too bad, but then he was staying out in his crease, so I had to wait him out and ended up putting it in.
You and I spoke on the bus last Sunday in Coventry after you scored your first, and you had a big grin on your face. It was a relief, you said. Scoring Coventry, scoring Nottingham, scoring Sheffield. It's amazing how it flows after that first one, doesn't it?
That's it. The monkey off the back is the saying, and I got it off last week, and it just builds your confidence. You go in the right areas, and you seem to find the right areas, and the puck seems to come to you after it comes. So it's a good feeling, and we're going to roll with it. So
talk us through a penalty shootout. You see Shields, you score. You see DiCaro make the big save after that, and then you pick the puck up. You hear the announcement. Everybody's screaming your name. When do you make the decision what you're going to do? How does it run? What's the process through your head?
I try to, see what the goalie's doing. If he fires out at me, then, I'm going to try and deke. And if he's in his net, then we're going to try and shoot. So, just try and keep a off-pace speed so that the goalie can adapt to your speed. And that's my plan going in, and then whatever happens.
Just briefly talk us through this game, just how you saw it. We got off to a great start, 4-1, and then it kind of fell away a little bit like Saturday.
Yeah, we got a great start, a couple quick goals, and then we kind of sat back on our heels a little bit and let them take it to us. We had a lot of power plays that we capitalized on, so that's really helped us out to get the start. But we just got to keep it going. We got to keep it simple. Stop turning it over at the blue and getting it deep and working on their D, and just less turnovers for us.
And 5-1, we'd have taken that in our first 6, wouldn't we?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we're on a roll now. We had a tough start with the exhibition, but we're doing good, and we're just going to keep going with it. So.